My video for April the 30th, 2020 is video number 3440. The title is, "This is a critical time, a time to wake up." A friend sent me a short video by Laura Eisenhower entitled, "Time to Wake Up, Critical Times We Are In." Great title and an important message. Yes, I will share the link to that video. Meanwhile, I've been wanting to share a comment from a friend who has helped me with computer issues, a friend from Great Britain. In fact, if all goes as planned, I will record a first video tomorrow with another friend from that part of the world. I like connecting with people all over, although I have not done that as much lately as I did at one time when I made videos with the ambassador of the Chinese dragon family and some who were involved in Swiss Indo and other movements, trying to bring positive change to this insane world ruled by those who seem to have no concept of love or truthfulness. We stand on the threshold of a movement by the globalists, aka the cabal, to eliminate the majority of humans and create an artificial, robotized society where humans are no longer needed. If ever we need an awakening, we certainly need it to happen now. There needs to be a real shift in consciousness if we are to overcome the insanity. I want to read a letter that I received some time ago now from my friend in Great Britain that I referred to, because a lot of people fit into the category that this gentleman does. He wrote, "Hi, Ron. I enjoy watching your videos on my 10-minute brew break each day. I enjoy watching your new daily upload. I like how you wear your heart on your sleeve and talk about whatever is currently on your mind. With me being an introvert, bringing up any of these topics is very hard, especially when most of my friends and family just seem to see me as weird or crazy. The same thing happened to me again today. A friend who I had not seen for over 10 years said to me, let's not talk about that kind of stuff. It is all nonsense," shortly after I mentioned to him that I am into truth-seeking and conspiracies. I obliged to his wishes and just melted into the background. It can be a lonely place to be, having different beliefs or interests than the majority of others. It can make one feel so small. Am I the eccentric cousin, the weird uncle or brother, still living at home in his mom's basement, into corporate conspiracies and aliens, shunned by the family? Well, just as much my fault. Not good social skills, highly intelligent, introspective, listens 10 times more than he speaks, good at computers, gadgets, do it yourself, top of his class in his trade, kind, courteous, generous, loving, athletic, authentic truth seeker, also into spirituality, so ranked bottom of the food chain in our world's social structure. There was a cover song on YouTube of Read All About It, where the video showed lots of people who were gagged with insulation tape over their mouths in the form of an X. It was quite emotional to watch because I got it. Not everyone gets it. You, Ron, give a voice to the silent majority, and that is what attracts your viewers. None of us are right all the time on the topics we delve into, but you are open and willing to listen and give your own opinion. And after that, give your own opinion. One of the roles you fulfill is a counselor, someone who is open to listen and give advice to the best of their ability, a trustworthy source who speaks their truth, and you are very good at communicating with others. And even though you are retired, you use some of your free time in service to others, making your mark in the world. I appreciate that letter, and I appreciate Laura Eisenhower, and I appreciate the ambassador. I do wish, in the case of the ambassador, that he would have me back on his program. The program is still going on. He, had Radagast take over when I got really sick at one point in time, and they didn't know if I was going to live or not. But obviously, I'm still here, and that was quite a few years ago now, a decade at least. And anyway, the program with the ambassador still goes on, but I have not, and I've asked him to invite me back on, but that hasn't happened. And I wish I could remember right at this moment the lady's name who's been doing it for so long. She does a good job. Very nice lady, and they have people from South Africa and different parts of the world come on, and there's lots of good comments there. And as I said, I was also involved with Swiss Indo. And some people say that that's still happening. That's out of Indonesia, of course. And my friend Peter, I think, made some videos with me, and he's from Australia, and that's where I met a lot of my Australian friends. I was actually invited to be on the Australian delegation to Swiss Indo as the only American, and there was also a Brit, someone from Great Britain, who was invited to be on the Australian delegation, and the other 18 people were all from either Australia or New Zealand. Anyway, folks, we are on the threshold of a real awakening, and a lot of people are waking up, but the mainstream media is trying to call us the fake news, when in fact they are the ones that have been pushing the fake news all along. They've been lying to humanity for, I don't even know how long it's been going on, all of my lifetime, but I wasn't smart enough to be aware of what was going on. I didn't catch it. I still believed the rhetoric that the United States was a free country. It's less and less free today, folks, in case you haven't noticed. I mean, they've got us on lockdown now. They've taken away our freedom of speech. They've taken away our freedom of religion. They've taken away our freedom of the press. I mean, alternative press is the most important press right now, and it's in the form of not just the printed page, but especially of YouTube and Facebook and video media. We are the ones that are trying to get the truth out there, and the cabal, the dark forces, are trying to shut us down. I mean, there's a massive movement, and they say that even Donald Trump, as president of the United States, is being censored in a lot of the media, and he's having things taken out of context so that it looks like he's saying things that he's not saying, because they only take part of it and they blow that up and ignore the point that he was making. And I mean, I just had a talk in the park yesterday with a gentleman that actually called me out and started a conversation with me. I didn't start the conversation, but I followed along. And when I mentioned Donald Trump, I mean, he just went off on Donald Trump being insane and calling him all sorts of names. And again, I tried to say, no, Donald Trump is trying to get expose the fake news, but he considers anything that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth to be the fake news, because he's been brainwashed. I was assuming he was a homeless man. There's a lot of homeless people that seem to be in the park. Some of them I've even seen sleeping in sleeping bags, or not sleeping, but laying down with sleeping bags and on the ground. Anyway, folks, we need to wake up, is the point that I'm trying to make with this video. We need to listen to people like Laura Eisenhower and others that are doing our best to tell the truth and to get people to wake up and pay attention to the things that the mainstream is trying to get us not to look at, because we have to change the world if humanity is going to survive. Thank you for listening, and namaste.